Welcome crafters, Michelle here. I have a beautiful Ladybug Deco mesh wreath for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you step by step how to pull together a gorgeous Ladybug Deco mesh wreath using 10-inch Deco mesh. Let me show you how to make it. We're going to start with our ribbon today. Now all of the ribbon that I'm going to be using in this project came from craftoutlet.com. Now you do not need a business license to be able to shop at craftoutlet.com, and if you spend over $69, shipping is free. Now I have this 2.5-inch beautiful faux burlap ribbon. This is 2.5 inches at 50 yards. It was $18.95. This is absolutely gorgeous ribbon. It was a little pricey, but it is already double ribbon. So it has one ribbon stitched on over the top. So this is 2.5 inches at 10 yards. It was $11.99. And then I have this beautiful accent ribbon. It's 1.5 inches, red and black stripes. Let's see, this was $3.96. Really good ribbon. And this one I loved. It goes well with the other Ladybug ribbon. I like the burlap background and the little white flowers and the beautiful print of ladybugs. Now they had several different background colors to choose from. They had burlap, they had green, and I think there was one other one to choose from. This was $4.95, 1.5 inches at 10 yards. You want to cut each ribbon 9 pieces at 12 inches. So I've cut 9 pieces of each ribbon at 12 inches, and I have gone ahead and dovetailed all of the ends. Now I'm going to be putting these two ribbon together, and I'm going to be putting these two ribbon together. So because I'm going to be adding this as I add a lot of my deco mesh, I like to prep it prior, and I also like to lay it out. So this way I can just grab the top two and add it with my bundle. This is all ready to go. For the base, I've chosen this 10-inch by 10-yard snowdrift mesh. This is jute colored. I did pick this up from Hobby Lobby. This is their Poly Pro mesh ribbon. It is weatherproof. Normally retails for $9.99, but I usually only buy this stuff when it is 40 or 50% off, and that usually happens about every 2 to 3 weeks depending on your store. You will need 2 rolls. I have one of my rolls open and out on my mesh roller. We're going to start to attach it to our wreath base here, and I prefer to start in the center, but that's up to you. If you want to start on the outside and then move to the center, you can do that as well. I find that on this wreath form it doesn't really make a difference. If you are using a raised wreath form, then you'll want to start on the outside and then move to the inside. That way you're guaranteed that your inside ring is sitting on top of your outer ring. But with a flat wreath form like this, it doesn't really matter if you start on the inside or the outside. So I'm going to do what I like and start on the inside. So you want to take one roll, you scrunch the ends, place it in there. You want to pull those pipe cleaners nice and tight and give a twist. Some people like to use a zip tie or cable tie to get the end down. I find that's not really necessary as long as you get that fully secure. And now we're going to go over the base the first time with the poof method. That's very simple. It's one of my favorite methods. You just start to measure from where you attached it. You grab the mesh and pull out. We're going to be measuring our poofs at 10 inches. Pinch at 10 inches. Go to the next pipe cleaner, and where you pinched it, put that right in the center and give a twist or two. And just continue doing that as you work your way around your inner ring. I'm back where I started. Now to get to the outer ring, I'm just going to drop right down to the pipe cleaner that's directly below on the outer ring, and then continue to measure as I go around the outer ring. For your convenience, in the description box below is a detailed list of all the tools and materials used in today's project. This list will not only tell you how much you're going to need, it'll also let you know where I purchased the materials. Once you get all your poofs on, you want to go through and open them up and expand them. You want to have a nice, full, thick base when we're done. This will help. I have everything open and it looks so pretty. I absolutely love this snowdrift or snowball mesh. So pretty. Now I like it so far, but you know this base is not thick enough for me, so we're going to go back, we're going to add to it, we're going to beef it up and make it look so thick. It's going to make it a lot easier to add our ribbon and our other embellishments. With what's left of my first roll and part of my second roll, I need to cut 18 pieces at 24 inches. I have my mesh cut at 24 inches and my ribbon cut at 12 inches. Everything's ready to start to assemble. Now I'm going to be using my Bodabra. I really do like this tool for making bundles. You can find this in my Amazon associate shop if you're interested. So we're going to be adding some cruffles. Those are really easy to do and one of my favorite methods. Start at one end. You want to get a good roll or two. I like to do 2 good rolls. And use a clip, turn it around. You're going to do the same thing on the other end. Then in the center you're going to scrunch and pinch and pull as you go to the other side. Once you meet, you have 2 curls and a ruffle in the middle. This is also called the Woodland Ruffle method. So place that, or if you don't have a bow maker, you can either hold it in your hands if you have good hands, or use one of the larger clips that you can pick up at Dollar Tree to hold it for you. And now I'm going to add my ribbon. I'm going to place my larger ribbon in first and then the smaller ribbon on top, and I'm going to kind of crisscross them. It'll just make it easier once it's on the wreath and I go back to fluff it out that they stay apart. Okay, so we're going to be making 2 different bundles. This is our first one. And again, I'm going to start in the center. You want to open up your pipe cleaners. Now you do not want to place your bundles this way. You want to place them so that they are wide on your wreath. The reasoning for this is you want all of that mesh around the circular of the wreath and not bunching up in the center of your wreath. If you put it in the opposite way, what will happen is you'll end up with a ton of mesh in the center and not so much around the outside. And you want that around the outside to give thickness and fullness to your wreath and to have plenty of stuff to attach all of your embellishments. Now once I get it attached and I've twisted down a few times, you can trim your pipe cleaners. I give another twist or 2 and then push those towards the back. I like to lift up and separate my ribbon so I can see everything. Okay, so let's do our second bundle. Again, you want a good roll or 2. Now if you roll too tight, you will know, because the ends of your mesh will start to stick out, and you don't want that because that'll actually cause more fraying on your wreath. Pinch, scrunch, and pull. Enjoying today's content and interested in seeing more? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. When the notification bell pops up, if you hit that too, YouTube will let you know each time I upload new content. That's our second bundle. And I'm just going to be alternating as I move around the center between the two bundles. Very cute. Once you've finished adding the ones in the center, drop down and do the same thing to every pipe cleaner around the outside as well. I have all of my bundles in and I'm very happy with my base. It is absolutely beautiful. Nice and colorful. I love the neutral base and I really like the snowdrift or snowball mesh on this wreath. Very beautiful. And here's the sign we're going to be using on our wreath today. I think it's so cute. Now, I picked this up from craftoutlet.com. This is one of their weatherproof signs. It is a thick kind of plastic board. I really like these. They're not too expensive. This one was only $2.95. It is about 11.5 inches long, and at the highest point, that's about 5 inches. To get this attached to my wreath, I've just simply glued on 2 pipe cleaners, one on either side. To make that a little bit more secure, I've added a piece of ribbon. Now for my sign, I want to place it kind of at an angle here, a little bit up above the center. And to get this attached, you just take the pipe cleaners, you work it through your mesh until you get to the wire frame, and you can attach it anywhere on that wire frame that you need to get your sign to sit the way you like. I have my sign attached. There's a couple more elements I want to add to our wreath today. I found this adorable large ladybug at my garden center. And it comes with a little hook here on the bottom that you can either hang it on the wall. I'm going to use this to attach it to my wreath. So I pulled out some black floral wire, and this is what I'm going to be using to attach it. Okay, so I have my floral wire on there. I've left it long enough that I can use that to attach it to my wreath. But I thought that was super cute. It cost me $6, which I thought was reasonable. Absolutely adorable. Now, in addition to that, I'm also going to put a handful of these cute little ladybugs that I picked up from Dollar Tree. And I bought several of them and I've slowly been working through them. They do come with a little sticker on the back, but I removed that when I attached them to my wreaths. And I'll be attaching these just using some hot glue. And here you go, we are all done. I have my sign, my large ladybug, and I've scattered throughout some of the small ladybugs. I really like that. You know, your sign or your focal point will draw them in, but when they walk up to the wreath, it's always a nice surprise to find a small element that they didn't notice from afar. Well, thank you so much, my friend, for stopping by. I always enjoy it when you spend time with me. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and had as much fun watching as I did putting it together. Have a great day, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.